Hey there, folks. A few days ago, I put up a video about 507 comp coming off my gun for one reason or another. I was not real specific on what precisely happened or on what I plan to do about it. But let's take some comments. Let's talk about it. Let's the direct mount gang is out in force. Let's talk to them. All right. You trusted CH Precision 2 and got let down? Join the club. Forward controls plates are better. Lots of comments like this. Some new plates I got here from Arise. This is what Joel is all about lately. He thinks these plates are better just from a design perspective. I think he's probably right. That's fine, but I guess I'll install them and I'll find out for myself. But tons of comments, you bought the wrong plate, you should get this plate, or you should direct mount. That's fine. I'll tell you, like, personal experience with CH Precision this is the first problem I've had. So I've shot, I have one of the optics, and I have, I don't know, half a dozen guns with their plates, and this is the first problem I've had with any of their stuff. Now, that might be a little bit of deceptive. I don't really know. A lot of people say that the QC has gone down, so I have a lot of stuff that's older. I think this gun and the other gun that the optic actually came off of, I think those are newer. And a lot of people have said there's some change happened in there. But to me, this is the first issue that I've had with any CH product, like personally. And I know a lot of people hate the CH stuff. I'm just telling you, this is the first problem I've had. Given how much I've used it, I can't go crazy about it. I don't like it, but it's like, not that wild. All right, let's keep going. To me, the 507 comp is to the SRO what for Ben, the platypus is to the staccato. Okay, I guess that's kind of a weird comparison to me, but that is fine. That's what you want to do. All right, Radian makes the best plates on the market. See, there's a bunch of them. Everybody, they're coming out with their favorite plates. Best plates on there are better than FCD and CHP. You can only run RMRs and EPSs, though. Those fasteners are no joke on those plates. The guard is a gimmick, but I'm seriously impressed with Radian's Guardian MOS plates. Yeah, I think this is a pretty similar product. Has a guard on the Arise. I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'll mount up. What do we have here? The Defender XL. I think I'll mount one of those on a Glock 47 and shoot that for a while. I think we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's what we're looking at. Okay, GBRS just came up with a new video about how to shoot without a red dot because it can pop off. Okay, that's great. The Glock knows the significance of the passage of time. Yeah, that Glock does. Okay, next one. This is not an optic problem. This is a screw quality, possibly over-torquing and stretching the screw, thus compromising its integrity or just finally coming loose after 50K. Maybe screw quality. I really don't think it was over-torqued. I think it was installed properly because it was installed by Joel with the proper equipment, and he's fastidious with such tasks. I don't think the install was the problem. Probably the 50,000 rounds was the bigger problem. Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I feel like Ben lasers himself and points his guns at things he doesn't intend to kill or destroy way too often for my liking. This isn't the first time I've seen him do it either. No, he's clear to make the gun safe, but rule one for rigid treat guns, that they're loaded, in my experience, especially when you think that they aren't. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the safety tips to the YouTube people. Always replace your factory Glock screws and plates with aftermarket people. Also, witness mark. Yeah, I don't believe any of this stuff was Glock factory stuff. The MOS stuff has always been crap in my experience. And everything is witness marked as well. So not to worry. Like I said, Joel did the install. You know it's right. Lift up the glasses up and show the black eye from the hollow sun. I didn't. It just kind of touched me. I wish it was like, if I'd gotten a black eye from it, it would be really funny and I'd get a picture of it, but it didn't really do anything. It technically hit me in the face, but it's the best I can say. After hearing stories like yours about bad batches of Holosun hardware or screw and then breaking off, I only use Battleworks screws for my optics periods. I do not believe these were the Holosun screws. Just FYI. I don't think so. Let's go to the top comments. Okay. That Glock is no longer burdened by what has been. That's a great comment. Whoa, that's a great comment. I'm going to give that one a like. Fantastic. Ben's wearing Pities today because the 507 comp left him with a black eye. Man, I wish. That would be funny. Genuinely funny. Paul House snickers maniacally. Yeah. Direct mill time? No, it is not direct mill time. Not at all. I think the direct mill people are, that's so weird to me. Like, it's actually weird. All of my Glock stuff is like my Glocks with optics, I should say, they're all MOS. Like, I don't mill stuff. Like, I might mill my Maria Special Edition Shadow 2 so I can put an optic on it, but I haven't milled anything. To me, like, if I put a plate on there and it's like, well, have Joel put a plate on there, let's be honest. Like, that's super low friction. That's super easy. I don't understand this direct mill stuff. I really don't. CHPWS needs to either go out of business or resolve their QC issues. Like, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is what a lot of people are saying. I can tell you what my experience is. I haven't seen a bunch of the CH stuff fail. I haven't personally witnessed that, but a lot of people talk about it online. I've had one thing fail. The Iron Sight Zealots are coming is another one. Yeah, I mean, I've had a iron sight come off of my gun as well while I was shooting. And it was at Nationals. It was a little bit inconvenient. A little bit. I mean, that can definitely happen. CH did the milling for my XL 4507 comp. The plate system failed 4 separate times after less than 100 rounds and killed an entire year of competition for me. Never buying CH again. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. This is why I run an Acro. It's not because it gets more premium. It's the same quality as Trijicon and Holosun to me. It's not because they're perfect. The early P2s had fogging and glass break issues. It's partially customer service if there's an issue, but it's mainly the mounting style. A slide rail mount solution is better than a couple small screws in almost any situation. It's basic physics. No optic flying back into the face for me. I would love if they came out with an open emitter design as well. Okay. So he likes stuff that, he wants some stuff that doesn't come off. To me, like, it's actually a little bit funny because I have entirely the opposite conclusion from my own observations. How many hundreds of thousands of rounds have I fired through this and similar setups with so few issues? It's like, it is a little bit funny how upset people get. Okay. If the optic isn't snugly nestled down in a plate or slide, eventually the screws will snap. In this case, one screw probably worked loose and then the other snapped off as a result. Use a paint marker to witness mark the screws and then check them during cleanings or when you seem to lose zero. Okay. Just to be honest with you, I saved a bunch of time not doing that then. Again, in my situation, for the way I use these guns, me not doing that ever saved a bunch of time. And I came out ahead, despite the one problem I had. One guy says he doesn't do maintenance. I mean, I do some maintenance, but I got an email from a guy. I'm going to pull this up. This was actually one of the craziest emails I've gotten. And this is what's so fun about the internet is you have people with some, let's just say it, there's some pretty wazoo opinions, but people are very committed to wild opinions. And I've got to pull this email up now just because it's so funny. Let me read this. I can't comment on YouTube comments because I don't have a Gmail account. I saw Ben's video of his Holosun flying off his gun. He mentions over 50,000 rounds through the gun with the optic. It's like, yes, I did. I'm under the impression new screws or Locktite / retightening down the screws every 1,000 rounds. I don't think any type of optic mounted screw could take 50,000 rounds. I'm not sure what Holosuns are for the screws. SIG's red polymer dot is retightened at 500 rounds and 1,000 rounds for the metal one. Now, I don't know if any of that's true, But if you're telling me you're going to retighten your optic every 500 or 1,000 rounds, it's like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. Like that is wild. That's nuts. But that's what I like the internet for. It is so good. Next comment. Oh no, does he have any backup guns? Yeah, there's plenty. Another one says, better than a 304 hitting you in the face. I don't know if that's true. I've been hit in the face plenty. Next one, Locktite and proper torque, along with witness marks with a paint marker or grease pen to indicate if the screws are starting to loosen, would be a good start. But ultimately, it's down to the user to periodically inspect all aspects of his equipment. Again, like, these people are nuts to me. Like, this is nuts. Look at how many hundreds of thousands of rounds I fired through these things, not doing any of that shit. And that's the worst consequence I get is like an optic came off. And I don't believe, like, honestly, I don't believe that there was any reasonable inspection that was going to reveal that. Not to me. Like, I don't think that witness marks, I don't think the screws ever moved on the witness marks. I just don't believe that. I can hear Trump saying China to this video. Probably so. Read about what's happening with the SCSMOS. Screwhead shearing off. Bad batch of screws, I guess. Went with Battlework screws and 5,500 rounds in with no issues yet. It's like, okay, cool. There could always be a bad batch of screws. There could be a bad batch of whatever. Like, this stuff is pretty difficult to worry about. Check out Arise Manufacturing. Quality plates with high quality screws and with the screw bits included. You can just get the plate or also the only available Holosun 507 comp shroud on the market. Screws into the sides of the plate, which is much more intelligent design than other shrouds because it transfers blunt force to the plate and slides instead of directly to the optic. At the very least, you won't be snapping low quality screws and have optics flying at you. No, I mean, I'll probably snap off the high quality ones. Like, probably. The SRO version of the shroud was tested by Sage Dynamics and it survived his full test, including 4 drops. Oh my God, he dropped it 4 times. It actually kept the SRO from breaking, unlike other shrouds. The optic maintained its 25-yard zero. It's like, okay. Like, I have 4 of the Arise plates in the room here with me. I will play with them if you want. Let's see if there's any more interesting comments here. Then we can kill this video. Ben, please tell us the source of the plate and screws. This is a data point for the masses. Yes. Okay. So CH was the screws and the plate. Just so we're clear, it was not Holosun screws. The Holosun rep texted me and was like, "Is that our screw?" I'm like, no, I don't think it was. We need some good aftermarket screws for Holosuns. I'm extremely dubious of the screws that Holosun provides. There is still not a solution for better screws. I've been going back and forth with a dude at Forward Controls who supposedly makes the best plate for the Glock. Here we go, the Glock MOS system. He includes screws for RMR SRO, but not for the Holosun. The Holosun screws are shorter and have a different angle than the RMR screws. As of now, the Forward Controls plate, the only solution I'm aware of is to use short screws that Holosun provides. This is obviously asking for trouble. Other companies that list aftermarket Holosun screws don't list their specs, and it's probably just cheap Chinesium as well, in my opinion. Okay. Another comment. Easy to over-torque those tiny screws and break them. Is it? Like, if you use a torque wrench, like, it's pretty easy to do it right. Should be the first thing that gets checked if your dot all of a sudden loses zero, especially if it's still maintaining its elevation or horizontal zero, but the windage is off, right, left. 99% of the time, it's the mounting screw. Yes, that is true. So I was like, not in my head, I was like, not really sure if the gun was holding zero. It was just like pop, 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 shot a few. I'm like, is this, like, I couldn't even really tell. And like, I think I looked at the top, like looking down from the top, like I didn't see any change in the witness marks. What I think is one of the screws broke without turning and then the other one broke. That's what I think happened, but I don't know. It was not a long time. It was like, I fired a few rounds, like checking through. I'm like, is this holding zero? And a bunch of them went to the same place. I'm like, I think I was like, tweak. I went and shot, I think I shot a demo and then the optic came off. So this was I wasn't really sure if the gun was holding zero or not, but yes, I agree that like, if your zero's moving around or you think it's moving around, taking a physical look at it or giving the optic a little like, is the plate loose or is something going on? That's a good thing to do. Oh, okay. One more we'll take. Ben, this is very interesting to me. Good, okay. I had the same thing happen to me around 2 weeks ago on a PDP with a 507. Only 3,000 to 4,000 rounds on the gun, CNH plate, Holosun screws for dot to plate. I've been wondering if the screws were not heat treated properly. Your thoughts? I wasn't using those screws. I don't know. I don't believe I was using those screws. Okay, we'll take this one more comment. Was the dot on it the entire 40-50K round count time? Or was that just the overall round count and at some point you added the 507 comp? No. Just so we're clear, like the gun came in, Joel put the stuff on there, put the trigger on there, put the grip tape on there. Then he hands me the gun and I shoot the gun. That's it. If it gets like really sludgy or something, I might clean the gun. But, that's it. That's it. It's just mad because of all the 2011. It might be the 2011 love. All right. Anyway, this feels like enough. Very interesting comments on this. People really get animated whenever there's an equipment failure. And that's, of course, why I take pictures and put it on and talk about it. Because you nerds go crazy. You guys love it.